So I guess on this occasion we decided kind of to go with experience travel. I suppose it started really, we came across the company at a travel fair that we happened to be at. And we came across them, and it just, as we were coming up to book the honeymoon, we thought that we'd just look into doing that instead of doing it ourselves. We were ridiculously busy planning the wedding, like so much is going on with work and everything else. It's such a difficult kind of time at the moment to find time to put all that together. So we talked to Matt about what we could do and what our budget was. And I guess at first you say, well, maybe you can give us some ideas and we'll see how we get on. But actually it was really useful just having somebody go through some really great options of the kind of things that we could do, taking into account what we were interested in, and then coming back with really appropriate ideas for that, rather than us having to go and trawl through tons of websites and seeing the same things that everybody else does. So I guess finding somebody with great local knowledge who is an expert in what they were looking at was really useful for us in that process.
Yeah, I think when Ollie first mentioned it to me, I was quite resistant, wasn't I? Thinking, no, I don't want to do this. But then we kind of talked about it a bit more and did a bit of research. And actually the first meeting when we came in to see Matt, it was a huge relief. That day had been incredibly stressful, work, wedding planning, all sorts of things. And we didn't even know exactly where we wanted to go, did we? We hadn't even at that point had much time to think about it, but just we had a brief chat and the ideas started flowing. And I was just like, thank God, somebody's going to help us with this.
We had a kind of wide list of kind of, some potential ideas of where we might want to go, but actually it was really great to have, a kind of, look, what about this? These are some great things. What do you want? Do you want luxury? Do you want to see stuff? Do you want adventure? Where do you want to go with that? And I think it helped us really clarify our ideas of what would be perfect for us. Having a middle person really helped us, I think, as well. Not go, I want this, you want this, we're stuck, what are we going to do? And all that comes with that, just having somebody to help us do that process was really useful. And I think, once you get into it and you say, what, this is within my budget and what I want to do, that the depth of what you get, the opportunities that otherwise you wouldn't necessarily come across, I think, that's been some of the best part of it for us.
Yeah. Also, speaking to somebody who's actually got experience of being in Sri Lanka as well, I felt like I really trusted, his views. So that was really important to me.
Yeah, it was really good. I think, and then I would say almost my favourite bit of this whole process has been the day that we got the email with the itinerary. And so much wedding planning going on. Most of the emails that you get that are wedding related are, can I have an hour of your time for X, Y and Z? And it was just really nice to get this one that just said, here's everything that you're going to be doing, the kind of pages of this is what your honeymoon, the experience of a lifetime is going to be. And it was just, I think, we were so excited after that. It was really, really kind of great to know that so much had been done, that so much thought had gone into it, and it was exactly what we were looking for. It was great.
It is. There's no way we could have come up with that. It was everything that we wanted, a real combination of both of the things that we wanted out of it.
It was great.
And much more affordable than we thought as well, which was a big bonus.
It's good.
The booking process was so easy and really quick. We just called up Matt basically and said we're really happy with the itinerary. Everything's perfect. Got back to us more or less straight away. Done. It was like magic, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it was only like kind of 2 weeks that we'd been kind of in conversation with experienced travel. So
the whole thing, I think, when you think about how much effort when you actually go through the booking process of deciding what you want to do and going online, clicking through everything, triple checking, making sure that you haven't clicked on the wrong dates or anything else like that, all those things that you go through that process, and it was all just so easy. And with everything else that you're having to book and pay for and sort out and arrange, having somebody else doing that bit just I mean, we didn't. You don't even think about it at the time quite how much effort goes into that actual process of finalising and arranging everything. I mean, when we were in South America, for example, like we'd spend hours on on the whole trip booking up the next places we were going to go and stay, or what we're going to go and do. Just it'd take a few hours a week of our time doing that, and this time none of it. It's great. So I guess the initial itinerary we got through was pretty perfect, but we still felt actually when we went through it that there were a couple of things that we would change. They weren't necessarily things that we wanted to take out, but we actually thought while we're there we probably have time to do a little bit more than what was in the original itinerary. We probably didn't need to do quite that much relaxing, although the further that we go through this wedding process perhaps we will. But we said, we went back to Matt and said, look, we'd really like to do something with elephants in Sri Lanka. Somebody had mentioned that to us, and the itinerary comes back kind of really quickly afterwards with a few things moved around, going on an elephant safari in the cultural triangle, which was just I think
so
actually
excited about that.
Yeah, it's going to be absolutely amazing. And I think there were options in the itinerary and things like, what, we've put this in, we don't know whether you're going to like it. And actually it was interesting between the two of us, some of those option things we had different views on. But it as we kind of work through that and iterate, we get what becomes for us the perfect holiday, or in this case honeymoon, with the different options and kind of coming backwards and forwards between us and that.
Yeah, it's kind of shaped as we've gone along, hasn't it, really? A few slight changes.
It's been good, yeah. So I think for us the biggest advantage of having booked through experience was, I think it probably came the day that we got the itinerary. We'd spent, weeks, months dealing with emails asking for a piece of our time about the wedding, and finally we got an email through that was basically somebody else having done an enormous chunk of the work that we would have had to do. So we didn't, it was fantastic. We opened it up and it was exactly what we would have put together ourselves, given 2 months of planning and trying to work out what we might want to do. And it was, I think for me that was just...
Yeah, it was amazing. The moment I opened that, I felt very relieved and really happy. I rang you actually straight away, didn't I? I didn't see the email.
We were really excited about it. Just, I was showing people at work and they were like, wow, like somebody actually put all this together for you. Like, I think, it was really exciting to see that, and I think that's just when you think, yes, this is the right decision.
Yeah, really made me realise as well that we don't have the time to do that. There's no way we could have done it.
Yeah.
So.